Yeah, so what's up, everyone? It's not just your average Joe, and I was gonna do this on one video, but I figured it might be best if I separated it. So I talked about the focuses earlier, and this is the Gauntlet that's coming up, and I'm just gonna give my predictions and stuff. For the most parts, this is probably is useless, I think. Yeah, this is just how to do Gauntlet stuff. Actually, I should talk about how to use the flags a little later, but for now I'm gonna talk about the people who are in the Gauntlet. So it seems that it's a Wyvern Riders versus Pegasus Knights voting Gauntlet. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, personally, but if I were to pick the winner overall of the voting Gauntlet, I would pick Camilla. Camilla would win the whole thing. Right off the bat, that's my prediction, and I don't think I'd be wrong with that. I don't know if it would be the same landslide as Lucina. You never know, but I really don't know who's gonna come out. Baruka might be the one eliminated first, and if it's gonna be between two winners, quote unquote, I can picture it being between Cherish and Camilla. That's who I pick for the second round. It would be Cherish and Camilla. The Baruka and Minerva would lose out. I think Baruka would lose. She would lose badly the most. I think. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on how they seed it. Because if it's a Camilla Cherish and a Minerva Baruka, then you never know. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Camilla, Cherish, Minerva, Baruka. But that's my opinion. Even though Baruka is one of my favorite characters, I had to be realistic. For the Flyers, it's Hinoka, Cordelia, Pala, and Tsubaki. And if I didn't know better, Hinoka would win out. And it would be a clash between Hoshido and Nor. That'd be kind of funny, actually. For Nor! For the glory of Hoshido. This one's a little tougher to kind of gauge what will happen, but the second round might be a Hinoka Cordelia round. I feel like it will be a Pala Cordelia and a Tsubaki Hinoka, with Camilla winning the whole thing. So I think that depends on how they seed it, obviously, right? But I really do think that two most popular Flyers would be Hinoka and Cordelia, and then the two most popular Pegasus Knights will be Hinoka, Cordelia, and then the next two will be in order. I would probably say Paula, Tsubaki. That my personal bias is in that. By the way, I personally do not like Tsubaki, so you never know. Tsubaki might be popular than Paula if I had to try to think objectively, but. That's what my predictions. I think Hinoka and Cordelia will be very close. So I'm gonna move on to talking about how to use the feathers and how to pick trying to not the feathers, the flags, and trying to kind of maximize the amount of feathers you can have. So when you pick a unit like Camilla, who's almost guaranteed to win, your rank in that gauntlet will be quite low. So even if you get 500 free feathers, like the hero feathers from winning, can you get more feathers from picking the losing team or having a higher rank? Like, you have to think about that. So that's why I picked Ephraim over Lucina. I knew Lucina was going to win, but I picked Ephraim because I figured that even if Lucina's going to win, the hero feathers you get for winning is not... I mean, if it was 1,000 or 1,500, then yeah, I would have picked Lucina, but it's just 500. I could tolerate that, because if I got 500 and then my rank only gave me 1,000 more, that's 1,500 total, right? In Ephraim, and when I did Ephraim, I averaged around 2,000 hero feathers every round, I think. No, that's a little too high. Let me double check on how the gauntlet worked. Give me a sec. I just want to see how. Oh yes, I know I lost. Check rewards. Yeah. So 1,600. So if I picked Lucina, I could have 1,500, and then if I picked like Ephraim, I had 1,600 feathers. So I won out. That's how I strategized doing it, because I thought that. But the thing is, that's not guaranteed. The 500 feathers is guaranteed. So that's up to you and how, like, what you're willing to risk. like for Camilla, it'd be hard pressed that you'd have a high rank unless you used all your feathers. But what you should do is in the first round, for sure Camilla's gonna win. So you could use a few feathers here and there, but I would recommend against using all of it. I would probably use enough to get into the what rank? What rank? I would probably use enough to get into like maybe 2. I think I used 3 for Ephraim and I got to the 30,000. So entering the 50,000 mark, the 70,000 to 50,000 mark, try just aim there to maximize the amount of feathers you can have, feathers you have versus flags. I mean, I've seen some people go crazy in one round and then lose out on the next ones, and you have to be kind of dedicated at that point. So I don't have the time for that. Some people do. Not me personally. So that's up to you. I would suggest also when it comes to the feathers, when it's a really close one, you kind of have to use your feather. Sorry, what am I saying? Flags. When it's a close one like Ephraim and Crom, you kind of have to use your flags. That's just the unfortunate way of how it goes. That's why I didn't really like a lot of people I think weren't able to use their flags in the Ephraim Lucina battle. But that's how it is. Yeah, if it's close you have to use them, but you don't, and on the final round you just use all of them. So usually the first 2 rounds use them sparingly. And then the final round, I would say use the rest of them and try to maximize the amount of flags you give into the battle. That's how I would strategize with the flags. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else to say. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. So usually the final round, just go ham with your flags. The first 2, kind of try to conserve them a little. Use a little here and there. Unless it's really close, then you should use a little bit more than you'd like. And then you try to check your losses. Like, I'm probably not going to pick Camilla, even though she's a guaranteed win. I'm probably going to pick either Hinoka. I'll probably pick Hinoka, Cordelia. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably pick maybe Cordelia. I'll pick Cordelia. Camilla. I mean, that's really the only 2. Like, if I don't want to pick Camilla, that's what it'd be. I mean, that depends on seeding, right? So personally, I'm not gonna pick the one I know is guaranteed to win, but I'm just letting you know. I can guarantee you like 90% chance that Camilla's gonna win because she has 2 great things about her that everyone else is fairly subpar with. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Later days.